Coming up on Valley News now, we are in day 2 of 3 first alert weather days and round 2 of storms coming our way. We'll have an update from Lisa, but that's not it. These snowplows, they're going to be out in full force, working 12-hour shifts. We'll let you know how much they'll be out on the roads, but that is not all. We have a silver alert for a missing elderly man. We have all the updates, and we'll let you know what we know. Valley News Now is live. And thank you very much for joining us here, and happy Friday. It feels like, I don't know about me, but it feels like this week's taken a minute. Duke Schindler joining you here on your late morning update here around the FM area and what's going on around town. And I think we all know what's going on around town. Big snowstorm is on the way, heading our way, and this is just round 2. So we're on day 2 of 3 of first alert weather days. Let's not waste any time. Let's send things over to Lisa Green for a little update on what to expect today.
Good morning. It's a triple first alert, and we're right in the middle of it today as we are also in that break between 2 rounds of wintry weather, but we're waiting for that next round to move in. It will start to as we head into the afternoon from the southwest, moving northeast through the course of the day. So the break's been nice, and those of us in the northeast will have a better chance of enjoying that break longer. However, eventually this snow takes over the valley as we head into the evening hours. So for drive time this evening, places in the south, especially southwest, could be running into some snow, and that stretches back over to Bismarck as well. This fills in over time, so we get into more snowy areas and heavy wet snow taking over as we head into overnight and into Saturday morning. I think we'll see some of our toughest driving conditions into Saturday morning. And then moving on into the afternoon, the snow starts to work its way eastward, but we'll see wind increasing on Saturday, some gusts to 30. This all clears out late Saturday night.
Thank you very much for that, Lisa. And I don't know about you guys, but it feels like every weekend at this point is filled with some sort of weather, especially on a day that people are traveling as well. You know, this Easter weekend coming around the corner here. We're going to take a little bit of a look at the weather, take a peek at the radar, and keep moving on. We'll do road conditions at the end of the show here. 29 degrees in Fargo, 14-mile-an-hour winds, gusts probably hovering around 20s, but as you can see, wind tapers off a little bit, but with the wind tapering off, well, you got the snow moving in. You can see right there, 6 to 10 p.m. Very significant chance of precipitation. Our friends out west probably getting that a little bit earlier than down here in Fargo or in the middle of Fargo. Whatever works. Quick look at the radar. This is where we are right now. So I didn't think I saw any flakes out there. Let me know in the comments if you did. But as we kind of move on, well, we stay away from it for a little bit, then around 4 or 5 is when this thing starts moving in. This is at about 5:45 where things stand here. So like I mentioned, we'll take a look at some road conditions here in just a bit, but we got some headlines to get to. All right, we'll start things off here as Fargo Public Works right in hand with this storm. They're all hands on deck for snow removal over the next couple days. So about 30 people will be on around the clock at a time, working these 12-hour shifts, and they're ready for a second round of snow.
Then we'll have staff monitoring the roadways as soon as the snow starts. We'll have folks putting all product, and then as soon as there's enough snow on the roadway, then we'll have a team in.
Now, Public Works is reminding people to move their vehicles out of the roadway if possible so plows can get by without damage or in accidents. And bringing things back here because we have a big court case that took quite the turn here, I gotta say. A Moorhead man on trial for murder has lost his right to defend himself after a judge said his behavior in court crossed a line. Take a look here. A Clay County judge ruled Jerome Thomas III waive his right to represent himself, ordering his attorney to take over the case. As court records say, Thomas repeatedly disrupted proceedings, telling the court to move the F on, calling the court a clown, and then even making comments, threatening comments, I should say, to a witness. Now, the judge does say that when Thomas does return to the stand and the courtroom, he'll be in full leg restraints. to maintain safety. And then we'll bring things back here as we got one more, a couple more stories actually. New this morning, a North Dakota Highway Patrol, or the North Dakota Highway Patrol, I should say, excuse me, there issued a silver alert for a 73-year-old Wahpeton man. Go ahead and take a look here. Alfred Auden was last seen Thursday, described as 5 feet 11 inches tall, then weighs between 160 and 180 pounds. He has short grayish hair, green eyes, last seen wearing a purple zip-up jacket with a possible W emblem on the front and tan pants. He's considered a vulnerable adult as authorities say he was last seen at a Casey's gas station in Valley City, then believed to be driving a teal 1994 Ford F-150 pickup truck with a red topper and North Dakota license plate, and listen to this, MEUCC, I believe that's I-2. Now, anyone with information is asked to contact the Wahpeton Police Department at 701-642-7777, or you could just Google it as well. Make sure Alfred gets home safe here. Now we're going to be moving on here. Before we take a look at road conditions, and this is a message for Wolves fans everywhere. Sure, we saw a tough one against the Pistons last night, and yeah, it's a back-to-back tonight as the Wolves are facing the Sixers, but guess what? A big press release came out today. We got more information on the official return of the legend, Kevin Garnett. Now, in a press release from the Timberwolves today, they've announced that KG will be back in the Target Center for the first time since 2018. Now, if you remember that last time, he was sporting the Prince jersey. He was sitting right behind the hoop, and the crowd went crazy. It'll also be Fan Appreciation Night for the final regular season game on April 12th. That is when KG is showing up. Mark your calendars for April 12th. If you can't make it to the game, have it on TV. I promise they will be broadcasting that reaction from the fans. Now, just to be clear as well, this isn't his jersey retirement. That is coming next season. But of course, it's going to be a spectacle of when they put KG on that Jumbotron for the first time in what, 8 years it seems? Yeah, 8 years. So in this press release, Kevin Garnett said, quote, "Coming back for me is all about what's next. I've spent time with Mark and Alex, and you can feel the difference. The energy is real, the vision is real, and they're building something that lasts with the team on the court that's hungry to win. I'm excited to get back in the building with the fans. Minnesota, let's go." I can tell you right now, I'm ready to run through a wall after seeing that. It's going to be quite the welcome home for KG, I can tell you right now, Wolves fans. We've been waiting for this for years. All right, now let us take a look at some road conditions. If there's anyone in the comments here, I'm going to pull up our Facebook Live to make sure we cover all of our bases, and whoever, wants to take a look at what is happening in their neck of the woods just right now. And of course, we start in Minnesota because it's looking pretty good there. Not too shabby. We got a little bit of a warning here, winter storm warning around Clay, Wilkin, and Norman, starting at 4 p.m. today. And like we've seen through through Lisa, as well as when I pulled up the radar, it's going to be around and making its way into the area around 4 and 5. And of course, moving all the way through Minnesota. But taking a look at road conditions, play a video, why not? Am I right? Near 50th Street, I-94 westbound, it is looking clear. Let's hope it stays that way, because I know we're expecting 6 to 12 inches, but there's this little hope inside of me that's just, maybe it's going to be rain, maybe it won't snow as much, but always got to make sure you're extra prepared more than not prepared at all. So keep preparing for those at least 6 inches. Picture snapped at 10:58, right around Rothsay, looking good. A little further down, eastbound I-94, getting close to Fergus Falls here. Yeah, Evansville, of course. All right, picture snapped at, just right before 11, looking fine. Alexandria, apparently there's some action there, partially covered, I believe. The blue means, yes, it does. All right, there at the rest stop. It's looking pretty clear. Now, of course, this isn't the end of what we are expecting here when it comes down to really this storm still making its way through the area. So let's check out this in West Polk here. Little warning, winter storm warning starting at 7 p.m. today. There may be a little bit of a pocket if you need to travel tonight. At least if you're heading east. If you're going west, you're driving right directly into this thing. But if you're heading east, there may be a little bit of a pocket for you to get out of there before the big storm arrives. I'm not suggesting that because you just never know. So I got to make a drive back myself east into Minnesota this coming weekend. I'm already kind of preparing for leaving Sunday morning and getting there and just kind of coming back. No one likes a trip like that, but yeah, it's Easter. You got to see the fam, am I right? Okay. Give this an old refresh. We're going to do this. We're going to do the old classic way. Start west in Wahpeton, go through those pretty quickly, take a peek at Fargo. I'm sure there's not too much going on there. Move our way up to Grand Forks into Devil's Lake, down to Jamestown. And maybe we'll take a peek at Bismarck, see what's going on there. All right, west of Wahpeton. I'm assuming most of these pictures are going to look relatively similar here. Nothing too much going on in Wahpeton. Getting a little closer, 52nd Avenue exit here on I-29. Pictures snapped at 10:51. It's looking clear. I didn't have too much of an issue getting to the station here today. So now a little closer north of Fargo, near 19th Avenue, 40th Avenue, or 19th and 40th Avenue on I-29, I should say. Excuse me. Now it looks like we got a little bit of wet slush here near the Hillsborough area, just north, getting close to Grand Forks, but it's looking moist, but nothing significant, and camera's looking like it needs a dust off. All right, no comments here. Like I mentioned, if you want me to check out a specific place, feel free to drop it in those comments. We'll give you a look at what things are looking like in your neck of the woods. But based on our weather, weather right now and upcoming forecast, it's kind of looking like it should be clear until, depending on where you are, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. So plan accordingly. Make sure you know what the weather looks like in your area, especially if you're west of Fargo. That thing may come and pop up just a little earlier. Yeah, it's looking a little moist here, but hey, got some sunlight near Grafton. All right. Same thing here, wet roads, moist, nothing of note. I don't see any ice. They're near Lakota. Not too bad on US 2. Getting closer to Devil's Lake. Once again, the cleanest I've ever seen those pictures. No snow here. That may change. I don't know what it is about this picture or this road cam. I appreciate that. Definitely just appreciate that picture. It's just a good look. All right. Now we got some action here heading into Jamestown. Let's check out west of Findlay first on North Dakota 1. Take a peek at some of these county roads because, of course, I-29, I-94, those are going to be top of mind, I should say, and taken care of, or at least as much as they can. All right, North Dakota 1. May see some icy spots. Actually, on my walk to my car from my apartment this morning, it was slick. I almost slipped and tore the ACL here. All right, let's head into Jamestown. Too bad we don't have any road cams here. I'm kind of curious to see what these scattered snow drifts look like, because that wind is going to be calming down here as the day moves on. Right outside of Jamestown, I should say, I-94. Woo, looking ripe. Yeah, just about the same. All right, fantastic. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give a little refresh on our Facebook comments here, just seeing if we have any places to check out. Want to make sure everyone is covered. Doesn't look like it. All right, fantastic. Good to see, good to see. But make sure you guys are, if you're planning, like I said, to get on those roads today, you got a destination to get to. make sure you're leaving at a decent time or just put it off like I may have to myself here. That's going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap things up there on the Valley News Now desk, but I have an announcement. We're going to be expanding our sports overtime here. So with more sports, more talk, I want some commenters involved. We're going to be talking some J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray eventually. We're going to have some guests on. So it should be a very exciting time on Mondays and Fridays. Sports overtime will be at 1 p.m. Then on Wednesdays, it's going to be at 2 p.m. So make sure you have that locked into your brain and lock into sports overtime. We're going to be talking everything from a little bit of high school to UND hockey, Twins, Wild, Wolves. Everyone's in season right now. Everyone's having a good time because we also got the Wild and Wolves wrapping up their season. We'll have previews on that. I want to get your guys' thoughts on what you kind of think about both of those teams, as well as the Twins, I guess. They got the home opener today. We're happy about it. Well, once again, thank you guys very much. Tune in at 1 p.m. for more sports overtime. But for Duke Schindler on the desk, we'll catch you later.